My child, I have watched you since the moment you first breathed life into this world, and every heartbeat of yours has echoed in the heavens as a testimony of my creation, for you were born with divine intention and a purpose that was woven into your soul long before you came to earth. But today I must speak to you in truth, not in silence, not in the comfort of what you want to hear, but in the power of what you must hear. Because I was proud of you once, and my pride was not just a passing feeling but a radiant light that surrounded you. Yet now I look and my heart grows heavy, for the choices you have made, the directions you have turned, the ways you have ignored the whisper of my spirit, have pulled you away from the light that was meant to crown your life. And I say these words not in anger but in sorrow, for a father's love never dies, but a father's heart can grieve, and today I want you to understand why my pride has dimmed, and how it can burn again brighter than the sun if only you will return, for I saw the days when you walked in innocence, when your prayers were pure, when you did not measure yourself by what others thought of you but by the truth of what you knew in your spirit, when you cried to me at night not for wealth or recognition but for strength, guidance, and the courage to walk the narrow path, and in those moments, I was proud, my angels rejoiced. Heaven echoed with songs of your sincerity, and even when you stumbled, your heart remained humble enough to rise again and say, Father, forgive me, I need you, and I was with you, lifting you, cleansing you, loving you, calling you my own. But somewhere along this journey, somewhere along the noise of the world, you began to change. You began to listen more to the voices of men than the whisper of my spirit. You began to chase approval that does not last, applause that vanishes, desires that leave you empty, and though I called your name again and again, you pushed me away with distractions, excuses, and stubbornness, telling yourself that you still loved me while giving your heart to things that are perishing. And so today I must say the words you never expected to hear from me, that I was proud of you but not now, because pride cannot live where disobedience reigns, pride cannot live where compromise takes root, pride cannot live where sin is entertained and justified. And though I still love you with an everlasting love, I cannot say that I am proud when your actions do not reflect the purpose for which you were created, when your life does not shine the light that was meant to guide others toward me, when your lips claim devotion but your hands are lifted to idols made of flesh, wealth, and selfish ambition, and you may ask, why would you speak this way to me, Father? Why would you strip away the comfort of thinking you are always proud of me no matter what I do? And I tell you because truth is greater than comfort, correction is greater than flattery, and real love tells you what you must hear not what you want to hear, for if I told you only soft words while your soul drifts toward danger, would I still be your father, or would I be a deceiver? But I cannot lie, I cannot bless rebellion, I cannot call light what is darkness, I cannot rejoice in what I know is leading you to destruction. And so I speak, and I do not withdraw my hand but extend it, I do not shut my heart but open it, I do not cast you away but call you back, for though I say I was proud but not now, I also say that my pride can return, my joy in you can be restored, my delight in your walk can be renewed. But it will not happen in pretending, it will not happen in excuses, it will not happen in delaying until tomorrow, it will happen in repentance, in surrender, in honesty, in laying down the things that have captured your soul and saying once again, Father, I choose you over everything else. And when that happens, heaven will move, chains will break, doors will open, and my pride in you will shine so bright that the enemy will tremble, because he knows what happens when a son or daughter of mine turns fully back to me, the power that is released, the blessings that flow, the protection that covers, the destiny that awakens. But until that moment comes, until you face this truth, you will feel the emptiness. You will feel the lack of peace, you will feel the weight of choices that were never meant to be yours to carry, and that emptiness is not me abandoning you but me reminding you that nothing else will satisfy you except my presence, nothing else will fill you except my love, nothing else will make me proud except your obedience, for I am not impressed by how many admire you. I am not moved by the possessions you gather. I am not swayed by the titles you carry. I am moved when you love the poor. I am moved when you forgive your enemies. I am moved when you stand for truth even when it costs you everything. I am moved when your heart beats in rhythm with mine, and in those moments, pride floods me because I see my reflection in you. And that was always the purpose, that you would be like me, that your life would mirror heaven. But when you choose bitterness over forgiveness, pride over humility, greed over generosity, lust over purity, then I cannot be proud, I can only weep, because I gave you freedom, and with freedom comes choice, and with choice comes responsibility, and though my love remains, my pride depends on what you do with that freedom, how you live in that responsibility, and today is the day of choice, today is the day of reckoning, today is the day to decide, will you continue in the path that dims my pride, or will you return to the path that makes heaven sing? And I assure you, no matter how far you have gone, no matter how deep you have fallen, no matter how lost you feel, one step back to me, one cry of repentance, one surrender of your heart can change everything, for I am not here to condemn you but to restore you, not here to destroy you but to rebuild you, not here to shame you but to clothe you with honor. But you must listen, you must act, you must humble yourself and return, for the days are shorter than you think. The time is moving faster than you realize, and tomorrow is not promised, so do not wait, do not delay, do not harden your heart, for today I am speaking, today I am warning, today I am calling, and today you have the chance to shift my words from I was proud but not now to I am proud of you again. My child, and I will walk with you, bless you, lift you, and guide you into the fullness of who you were created to be, because your story is not over, your destiny is not gone, your light is not extinguished, it is waiting, waiting for your yes, waiting for your surrender, waiting for you to remember who you are and whose you are, and when you do, the pride of a father will return, the joy of heaven will rise, and your life will never be the same again. My child, listen carefully because the words I speak now are meant to pierce through every distraction, every noise, every excuse, and reach directly into the place of your spirit that knows me, that remembers me, that longs for me, because though you try to cover it up with busyness, with laughter, with pride, with the approval of others, deep down you know the truth, deep down you know something is missing. Deep down you know that my pride in you has faded because you have chosen paths I never designed for you, and even though you tell yourself you are fine, even though you try to convince your heart that everything is all right, in the quiet moments when no one else is watching, you feel the weight of emptiness. You feel the heaviness that comes from walking away from the light, and that heaviness is my signal to you. It is my call to return. It is my hand extended toward you, for I do not want to leave you in that place of emptiness. I do not want you to keep living in the shadows. I want to pull you back into the warmth of my pride, but you must be honest with yourself. You must stop pretending. You must stop masking your wounds with things that will never heal you. You must stop covering your brokenness with things that will only break you more, because I see you in your moments of weakness. I see you when you cry in silence. I see you when you wonder why life feels so heavy, and I say to you again that it is because you are carrying burdens that were never yours to carry. You are trying to live outside of the flow of my will, and no one can find peace outside of my will. No one can find fulfillment outside of my design. No one can be truly free while chained to the things of this world. And I weep because I remember when your worship was pure, when your prayers were filled with sincerity, when you did not seek me for what I could give you but for who I am. When you loved me not because of blessings but because of love, when your tears touched my throne and your faith shook the heavens, and in those days my pride was strong, I looked at you and said, this is my child who walks with me, this is my child who loves me above all else, this is my child in whom I am well pleased. But slowly, you allowed compromise to creep in, you allowed little sins to grow into strongholds, you allowed worldly voices to drown out my spirit, you allowed temporary things to take eternal places in your heart, and so here we are, me speaking to you not with flattery but with truth, saying I was proud of you but not now, yet even in these words is my mercy, because if I was finished with you I would not be speaking at all. If I was done with you I would not be calling you back. If I had let go of you completely you would feel nothing but silence, but because you still hear me, because my words still reach you, because your spirit still stirs when I speak, it means there is still hope. There is still time, there is still restoration waiting for you, and all it takes is your yes, your surrender, your willingness to lay everything down, for when you lay down what is destroying you, I will lift you up into what was always meant for you. When you let go of what breaks my pride, I will crown you with what restores my pride. When you surrender what makes you stumble, I will fill you with what makes you soar. But you must decide, my child, and decision cannot be delayed forever. Decision cannot be postponed endlessly, because time is not waiting for you. Every day you drift further from me, every day you let compromise rule, every day you choose the world over my kingdom. You lose moments, opportunities, blessings, and the weight of regret grows, but if today you choose me again, if today you return, If today you humble yourself, everything can change, and my pride will once again shine in you so brightly that others will know you are mine, not because of your words but because of the light radiating from your life, because of the love flowing from your heart, because of the power of my Spirit dwelling in you. And in that moment the story of I was proud but not now will be rewritten into I am proud of you still and forevermore. My beloved child, the reason I continue to speak is because I know how fragile the human heart can be, how easily it can wander when surrounded by temptations, how quickly it can be distracted when the world calls loudly. And I also know how much strength lies within you when you truly surrender to me, because I placed that strength in you before you were even born. Yet the enemy of your soul has been whispering lies to you, telling you that you can live however you please and I will always be proud no matter what. But I tell you plainly, love does not blind me to truth. My love is pure but it is also righteous, it embraces but it also corrects, it comforts but it also convicts, and I would not be a true father if I only blessed your disobedience, because disobedience poisons you, it leads you to destruction, it robs you of your joy, it steals your peace. And I will never celebrate the very things that are meant to destroy you. That is why I said I was proud of you but not now, because I cannot pretend, I cannot call rebellion beautiful, I cannot call selfishness holy, I cannot call compromise righteousness. But oh my child, do not let those words harden you, do not let them discourage you into silence. Let them awaken you, let them open your eyes. Let them stir the deepest places of your soul to remember who you are, because you are not just another name among millions, you are chosen, you are set apart, you are marked by heaven, and even though right now my pride in you has dimmed, my calling on you has not been removed, my hand on your life has not been lifted. My destiny for you has not been erased, and all that I have spoken over you from the beginning is still waiting for you to step back into alignment with me, because when you do, the floodgates will open, and what has been delayed will be restored, what has been stolen will be returned, what has been broken will be rebuilt. But you must make the choice, and that is why I speak so strongly, so urgently. Because the days are short and the battles are real, and if you keep walking halfway in and halfway out, you will never taste the fullness of my pride or my blessings, you will always feel torn, always feel divided, always feel incomplete. But when you decide once and for all to return, to let go of the things that dim your light, to stop feeding what kills your spirit, to fall on your knees and cry out from the depth of your soul, then you will feel the shift, then you will see my glory in your life again, then you will know what it feels like to walk with my approval and not just my mercy. Because there is a difference between me loving you and me being proud of you. Love is unconditional, love never leaves. But pride is conditional on obedience, pride is tied to your choices, pride is reflected in the way you honor me with your life, and I long to be proud again, I long to say to the heavens, look at my child, look at their faith, look at their love, look at their obedience. I long to send angels to rejoice over you again, but it will not happen in words alone, it must happen in action, in your willingness to break ties with what dishonors me, in your courage to walk away from what everyone else calls normal but I call sin, in your strength to stand for truth even if you stand alone, and when you do that, when you truly return, I will cover you with my pride. I will walk with you so closely that even those who once mocked you will see my hand upon your life, and they will know it was I who restored you, it was I who lifted you, it was I who never gave up on you, and then, my beloved, you will feel again what you felt in those early days when your prayers shook heaven. When your heart beat only for me, when your soul burned with fire that no one could quench, and I will be proud, not only for a moment but for eternity, because you chose me above all else. My child, I need you to feel the weight of these words, because they are not meant to crush you but to awaken you. They are not meant to push you away but to pull you closer, and every time I say I was proud of you but not now, it is not because I take delight in your failure but because I want to see you rise again. I want to see you step back into the greatness I created you for. I want to see you shine brighter than the darkness around you. Because you are not meant to live small, you are not meant to live chained, you are not meant to live drifting through life with no purpose. I created you with fire in your spirit, I breathed my breath into your lungs, I placed eternity in your heart. I gave you talents, I gave you gifts, I gave you a calling, and when you walk in them with humility and obedience, I look at you with the pride of a father who sees his child walking in the light. But when you waste what I gave you, when you bury the gifts in the soil of fear and laziness, when you trade your calling for the temporary comfort of the world, how can I be proud? How can I rejoice when I see you settling for less than what I destined you for? And yet even now, though my pride in you is shaken, my love for you has not faded, and that is why I am reaching for you, because my love always sees beyond your now, my love always sees what you can become, my love always believes in your restoration. And I speak because I know that deep inside of you is still the seed of greatness I planted, deep inside of you is still the spark that once burned so brightly, deep inside of you is still the heart that once longed only for me, and though the world has tried to bury it, though sin has tried to smother it, though pain has tried to silence it, I can breathe on it again, I can fan the flame again, I can raise you again, but you must let me. You must stop running. You must stop hiding, you must stop pretending that everything is fine while your soul cries for more, because you know the truth, you know this world cannot satisfy you, you know no amount of money, no amount of attention, no amount of worldly pleasure can fill the emptiness, only I can, only my spirit can, only my presence can, and when you surrender to that truth, when you finally stop resisting, when you fall into my arms without holding anything back, then I will show you what it means to be fully mine, then I will restore my pride in you, then I will bless you in ways you never imagined, because my pride in you is tied not to perfection but to direction. And if you walk toward me, if you keep your heart humble, if you stay willing to be corrected, then even when you stumble, even when you fall, I will still be proud, because I see your heart, I see your effort, I see your love, and I will lift you higher. But if you continue to turn away, if you continue to silence my voice, if you continue to chase what cannot last, then I cannot lie and say I am proud, I cannot deny the truth, and the truth is I love you, but I am not proud of the way you are living, and that is why this moment matters. This moment is a turning point, this moment is an open door, this moment is the chance for you to choose life, to choose light, to choose truth. And if you do, everything will change, heaven will rejoice, chains will fall, blessings will flow, and my pride will cover you again like a garment of glory, and you will know what it means to walk not only loved by me but celebrated by me, honored by me, lifted by me. And that will be the testimony of your life, that though you strayed, though you stumbled, though you wandered, you returned, and when you returned, I, your Father, welcomed you not only with love but with pride, and I declared before all creation, this is my child, and I am proud of them once more, my beloved child, I am not finished with you, and that is why these words continue to flow, because if I were done, there would be silence. But where there is still a voice, there is still a chance. Where there is still conviction, there is still hope, where there is still stirring in your heart, there is still destiny waiting to unfold, and that is why I call you again, not because you are worthy in your own strength. Not because you have earned it, not because you have walked perfectly, but because my mercy refuses to let go of you, and my love cannot deny itself, for I am love, and though I say I was proud of you but not now, those words are not a closing door but an alarm bell to wake you from sleep, because you have been asleep too long, lulled by the false comforts of the world, deceived by promises that cannot last, drawn into the endless cycle of seeking what never satisfies, and I watched as you poured your energy into things that drain you, watched as you gave your heart to people who broke it, watched as you trusted what could not hold you, and I wept because I remember when you trusted me with all your heart. When you laid your burdens at my feet and believed I was enough, when you clung to me in the storm and never let go, when your prayers were not formal words but honest cries that shook heaven, and in those moments, my pride in you was like the rising of the sun, I looked at you and saw faith that could move mountains, love that could heal wounds, humility that could unlock blessings. But now, I see the cracks forming because you have tried to build your life apart from me, and anything built without me will eventually fall, and though I do not rejoice in your fall, I allow it, because sometimes the only way my children look back to me is when the world they built crumbles around them. And I would rather see your world collapse than see your soul lost forever, would rather see you weep for a night than rejoice in lies for a lifetime, because eternity is too precious to gamble with, and your destiny is too valuable to waste. So hear me again, my child, I was proud of you but not now, yet I long to be proud again, I long to see you return. I long to restore what has been broken, I long to crown you with honor, I long to pour out blessings that have been waiting for your obedience, and I long to walk so closely with you that no one can deny my presence in your life, but it begins with your choice, your yes, your surrender, and I ask you, how long will you wait? How long will you resist? How long will you try to fill your heart with things that keep leaving you empty, Do you not see that I am the only answer? Do you not feel that every time you walk away, something within you dies a little more, and yet every time you turn back, something within you comes alive again? That is because you were made for me, your soul was designed for me, your joy was created in me, and nothing else will ever compare, nothing else will ever satisfy, nothing else will ever make you whole, and I will not stop calling, I will not stop reaching, I will not stop reminding you, because though my pride in you is shaken, my love for you endures, and I see not only what you are but what you can be. Not only where you are but where I can take you, not only your failures but the victories waiting for you when you choose me again. So rise, my child, shake off the chains, silence the lies, let go of the shame, return to me with all your heart, and I promise you, I will restore you, I will forgive you, I will heal you, and I will be proud of you once more. My child, let these words sink deeper now, because I am not only speaking to your ears, I am speaking to your soul, I am speaking to the place inside you that feels the ache when you are far from me, I am speaking to the part of you that has always known you were meant for more, the part of you that remembers the fire that once burned so strong, the part of you that misses the closeness we once had. And I tell you again with truth and with love, I was proud of you but not now, because you have allowed other voices to guide you where only my voice should have led you. You have allowed temporary desires to cloud eternal purpose. You have allowed wounds of the past to harden your heart. And you have allowed fear to silence the faith I once saw shining in you. But even now, as I speak, I am stirring that faith again. I am breathing on the embers that still remain. I am calling you back not to shame you but to heal you, not to condemn you but to restore you, not to destroy you but to rebuild you stronger than before, because my pride in you is not gone forever, it is only waiting for your return. And the moment you take that step, the moment you humble yourself, the moment you turn your face back to me, heaven will move, angels will rejoice, chains will break, and I will say once again before all creation, this is my child and I am proud because they chose me over the world. I am proud because they let go of sin to embrace holiness. I am proud because they surrendered what was killing them to hold on to what gives life. I am proud because they remembered who they are and whose they are. But my child, do not think you have endless time. Do not think you can keep delaying, because every day you wait is a day stolen by the enemy. Every day you put me off is a day of blessings withheld. Every day you continue as you are is a day my pride cannot shine on you, and I do not want to see you waste another moment. I do not want to see you live half alive. I do not want to see you pretend to be happy while your soul is quietly crying for me. You are mine, you have always been mine. And you will always be mine, but I am asking you to live like it, to walk like it, to love like it, to trust like it, to stand like it, because when you do, you will not only carry my love but my pride, and that pride will open doors no man can close, that pride will surround you like a shield, that pride will cause even your enemies to see my glory in your life, and that pride will become your testimony. So rise up, my child. Let this be your turning point. let this be the moment that shifts everything. Let this be the day you decide enough is enough. I will no longer live far from my Father. I will no longer hide in shame. I will no longer settle for less than what was written for me. I will return, I will surrender, I will walk in obedience, and when you do, I will pour out more than you have room to contain. I will heal the broken places. I will restore the years that were stolen. I will give you joy that no one can take, and I will be proud of you once more, not just for a season, but forever, because you chose to come home, my beloved child. Do you see how my words keep flowing? Do you feel how they press on your heart even when you try to resist? That is because my Spirit is tugging at you, calling you back, reminding you that you are not lost beyond repair, reminding you that you are not too far gone, reminding you that no mistake is too great for me to forgive. And yet I cannot tell you I am proud when you continue in the things that wound your soul, for my pride is tied to your obedience, to your surrender, to your willingness to walk in the light even when it costs you something. And though I was proud of you in seasons past, though I watched you grow in faith and rejoiced over your purity of heart, though I saw you cling to me when others let go, somewhere along the way you began to compromise. You began to think a little sin would not hurt, a little disobedience would not matter, a little distance from me would not break anything, but that little distance has become wide, that little compromise has grown into a chain, that little silence in your prayers has turned into walls that now stand between us. And I weep because I never wanted this for you. I never wanted you to live heavy. I never wanted you to live lost. I never wanted you to carry guilt and shame. I wanted you to live free, to live whole, to live filled with peace, to live surrounded by my pride. But pride cannot rest on rebellion. Pride cannot live in half-heartedness. Pride cannot cover a life that pretends to love me but secretly holds on to idols. And that is why I am speaking now so urgently, because I want you to see the truth before it is too late, before the enemy steals more from you, before regret weighs heavier, before missed moments slip away. And I say to you again, this is not the end, this is not where your story must stay. Because the moment you return, the moment you bow before me with a sincere heart, the moment you confess what has kept you bound and let it go, my arms will open, my mercy will flow, my healing will pour out, and my pride will return, and I will say again before the heavens, this is my beloved child in whom I am well pleased, and nothing will stop me from lifting you, blessing you, restoring you, and filling you with a joy the world cannot take. But hear me, child, the decision is yours. I cannot make it for you, I cannot force you, because love must be chosen, pride must be earned by obedience, and your heart must be freely given. So do not harden yourself, do not turn away, do not say tomorrow when I am speaking today. Because tomorrow is not promised, time is moving quickly, eternity is closer than you think, and the only safe place is in my will, in my presence, in my arms. So come now, while I am calling, come now, while my hand is stretched out, come now, while your heart still feels me, and if you do, everything will change. The past will no longer define you. The shame will no longer chain you. The failures will no longer haunt you. And I will be proud of you once more, proud not only in heaven but proud in the way your life shines before men, proud in the way your faith stands strong, proud in the way your love heals others, proud in the way your obedience opens doors for generations after you. Because my pride in you is not just about you, it is about the legacy I want to release through you, and that is why I will not stop speaking, because I see more in you than you see in yourself. I see destiny where you see failure. I see light where you see darkness. I see victory where you see defeat, and I am waiting for the day when I can once again look at you and say, yes, this is my child, and I am proud. My child, I am not speaking these words to weigh you down but to lift you up, because the truth you hear today is the very truth that can set you free, the very truth that can open your eyes and remind you of who you truly are. And I say again, I was proud of you but not now, because somewhere along the way you began to believe that I would always smile upon every choice, that my pride would remain untouched no matter what direction you took. But I must be honest with you, because honesty is love, and love without truth is only an illusion. So listen carefully. I am not proud when you allow bitterness to harden your heart. I am not proud when you choose anger instead of forgiveness. I am not proud when you seek attention instead of my presence. I am not proud when you love the world more than you love me, and I am not proud when you hide your pain behind masks instead of laying it bare before me. But my child, do you not understand that my pride in you can be restored the very moment you turn your face toward me again? The very moment you stop pretending and allow me to heal the places you try to hide. The very moment you surrender the idols that steal your affection and give me your whole heart, because I am a Father who restores quickly. I am a Father who forgives instantly. I am a Father who celebrates loudly when his child returns. And I am a Father who longs to be proud of you again, to delight in you again, to rejoice in you again. And even now, while I say I was proud but not now, my arms are not closed, they are stretched wide, waiting for you, longing for you, ready for you, because you were not created to live far from my pride. You were created to live in it daily. You were created to shine with it. You were created to walk as my reflection in this world. And when you do, people will see not just you but me in you, and that is what makes me proud, when your life tells my story, when your choices reveal my character, when your heart beats in rhythm with mine. So do not think these words mean you are rejected, they mean you are corrected, they mean you are loved enough to be told the truth. They mean I see more in you than you see right now, and I refuse to let you waste away in compromise. I refuse to let you settle in darkness. I refuse to let you forget the greatness I planted in your soul. So I will keep speaking, I will keep calling, I will keep reminding you, because you are mine, and even though my pride is wounded, my love is unbroken. And if you respond now, if you choose me now, if you return with all your heart, I will remove the shame, I will lift the burden, I will restore the light in your eyes, I will place joy in your steps, and I will cover you with a pride that cannot be shaken, and all of heaven will know, all of creation will see, that you are my beloved child. Redeemed, restored, and walking once again in the fullness of who you were created to be, my precious child. The reason my voice continues is because I cannot allow you to drift further without calling you again, because though I say I was proud of you but not now, that statement is not a final judgment, it is an invitation, it is a wake-up call, it is a hand extended in the middle of the storm. And I want you to see how much this moment matters, for I have seen every step you have taken. I have seen the times you chose well and the times you chose wrongly. I have seen the nights you cried out to me in honesty and the nights you silenced my voice by running into distractions, and in those honest moments when you leaned on me, I rejoiced, I smiled, I called the angels to witness your faith, and I was proud. But in the moments when you turned away, when you hardened your heart, when you hid from my presence while holding on to what you knew was not of me, my pride in you dimmed, because pride is not blind, pride is not automatic, pride comes when your life reflects the beauty of the one who made you. And I long for that reflection again. I long to see my image shining in you the way it once did, when you walked with purity, when you loved without condition, when you forgave without hesitation, when you worshipped without agenda, when you trusted without fear. And I tell you, child, those days are not gone forever. They can return, they can be restored, they can shine even brighter than before, but you must be willing to leave behind what has stolen your fire, you must be willing to cut ties with what dims your light, you must be willing to stop feeding what weakens your spirit, because every compromise you cling to is like dust covering a mirror, hiding my reflection in you. And the world does not need more dust, the world needs more light. And you are that light if you let me cleanse you, if you let me renew you, if you let me lead you. So do not be discouraged that I speak hard words, be encouraged that I still speak at all, because correction is a sign of love, discipline is proof of